I took some time to look at some ratings, and it's amazing. It seems like there's some things that are very off, in my opinion. Definitely. I'm curious if you see the same thing, and how you deal with some of that when because a lot of what you're doing is like constructing these teams, right? Trying to win championships. It's almost like you're working in a different stratosphere.
It is not. I always say it's not the actual NBA. It's a company's depiction of the NBA. There's so many things that are wrong with it. Like, I even went back, Duncan, I went to look at your rookie season, or 2K's version of your rookie season.
I was the worst player in the NBA.
You were the worst player in the entire game.
Yep.
In the entire game. And your 3-point
100%.
rating was like a 65. Like, did you watch any college film? Did you go over G League stats? Like, how's he a 65-3? It doesn't make sense.
Well, it's also like, if I'm a 65-3, why am I in the game at all? Like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in the game if I was a 65-3. But yeah, keep going, man. Don't get me started. Trust me, I know I was the worst player that year. Plenty of people have let me know that. But go ahead.
It's just overall bad. Like, I use it as a platform because it's the NBA. But I wish there were other competitors, because right now they kind of have like this monopoly on the NBA world. But like, trading for you, Duncan, in the game, it doesn't, your value in 2K is way less than your value in real life.
That's good for you though, right?
Right. It is. But like, even when we get to like things outside of the team building, like there's a mode named My Team where you can construct your own version. You have Allen Iverson and Dwayne Wade on the same team, but like they'll drop a card for you like Duncan, and it just won't hit the same. Because they always have every other player in this mode specifically have an amazing 3-point rating. So there's no reason for like a specialist like you or like JJ or like Seth Curry to even exist, because they have Yao Ming shooting threes and he's hitting them.
Right. Are there players that you love watching like night to night in the NBA, but you can't stand playing with?
I would say I'm on a Heat podcast basically, but Jimmy Butler, especially from previous years, they had Jimmy Butler as an absolute bum. Like you said, I'm a Bulls fan, so I used to run with the Bulls when it was him, Derrick Rose, and a bunch of other players, and it just wasn't fun. They had him like couldn't score the ball, and Jimmy Butler's one of his best things is his drawing foul ability. In 2K, he can't draw fouls. He'll shoot 2 free throws the whole game, and that's not the Jimmy Butler me and you know. So he's just one of those players. I just want him to be great, and they just don't allow him to do that.
That's kind of the interesting thing with 2K, right? In that you can't like realistically simulate everything. And Coach Spo says all the time, there's no way to measure Jimmy's like will to win. And that's so much of like what he brings on a night-to-night basis and what makes him valuable. So like, you're right, there's no way to capture that. They can give him a high rating, but they can't actually make it so he does the things that he does night in and night out in a video game. So I totally, trust me, I have my own frustrations with 2K. I think that there are a variety of like just shortcomings, I guess. Mm-hmm. I used to play the game all the time. It's actually funny now that I'm in the NBA and in the game. Right. I like never play it anymore. And some people play it all the time still. Like guys love playing and playing with themselves or whatever. But I can't seem to do it. I like whenever I like miss a shot, I'm like, no way, man. Like I would have made that. and I turn it off. I'm just like stubborn like that.
Dunk, you've got 95 intangibles, so I don't know. I'd slow your roll on the whole you can't measure the will to win. 95 intangibles seems pretty good to me.
But Kenny, so this is my question though. Like, are they doing this type of research, or is it just arbitrary? Like, because I feel like if your job is to depict an accurate simulation of the NBA, how are things like this getting missed? You know what I mean? Or overlooked? Like why isn't it even more accurate than it already is?
So they tell you that there's a proprietary formula that they use that they can't tell me. They won't tell me the actual formula to how they get these ratings, which basically tell me it's probably just a guy. It's just a guy, because it doesn't make sense, right? So they have the overall ratings that we talk about, but they also have this thing named tendencies, right? So it tells you how likely Duncan Robinson is to attempt a 3 versus to try to dunk on someone. And then when you get into those are even worse than what we're talking about today.